I'm Sadek, your new English teacher. Going to discuss about strategy number 2, that how to be fluent in English speaking by using a strategy number 2. And strategy number 2 is very important because you know that most of the English practitioners or the English learners want to read different kind of English rules so that they can be perfect, or they can they can be able to speak in English perfectly without making any mistakes, and that is why most of the English learners want to practice their English speaking with others flawlessly, perfectly, and enthusiastically, that I am not making mistakes in English speaking. They think that this is actually the matter of dignity, but the reality is that this is not actually the matter of dignity, right? And if you just spend your time in learning different kinds of rules or grammar, suppose before going to start your English speaking, you want to study grammar or grammar rules, and you know that if you just start reading grammar rules, or if you start reading grammar, then of course you have to spend a lot of time in acquiring knowledge on different branches of English grammar. You know that English grammar is not an easy task. English grammar is not an easy task. Of course, you have to understand it. This is why I always try to say that don't go to study English rules. You know, English rules means there are different kinds of rules, like right form of verbs, transformation of sentence, comparison of adjectives, parts of speech, classification of nouns. There are different or various kinds of rules in English grammar. And if you think that after completing all the rules or all the grammar items, then I will start my English speaking, then of course you are on the wrong track. And if you want to get back on your right track, then of course you should avoid reading grammar rules. As I told you before, that there are many grammar rules, or there are many different kind of branches of English grammar, and just you cannot just finish within a short moment of time. And if you want to finish within 6 months, that I have to finish all the rules and all the grammar items within 6 months, I have to finish them. But really, it is not actually possible for not only for you but also for everyone. It is very difficult to keep all the rules in your mind. So, if you want to achieve fluency in English speaking, and if you want to communicate with others in English, and if you want to use your daily communicative words in English speaking, then start English speaking. Then, in which in which places you are just feeling discomfort in communicating with others, at the time just you should identify the problems that you face problems in your daily English speaking. Suppose you start English speaking with your friends, and at the time just you are seeing that most of the time just you feel discomfort before your friends when you start your English speaking. Suppose you just do not get proper words, right? You do not get proper words at the time of English speaking, but you know how to speak in English. You know how to communicate with others, but sometimes you feel problem because you are not actually enriched with smart vocabularies or different kinds of vocabularies or different branches of vocabularies, right? So you should focus. You are just facing problems with your friends. Suppose you were discussing about the present situation of our country with your friends. At the time just you should you should have a knowledge. You should have extraordinary knowledge about the present situation of our country. That means you were just discussing with your friends and about the political condition of our country now. So you should have knowledge about politics, right? And some words are absolutely concerned with the term politics. So you should develop this kind of words, right? And if you just start your English speaking with your friends about traveling, then of course you should know some words about traveling, right? And like this way, just you can identify the problems at first and then try to solve them at your home, right? And if you just can forward like this way, then of course you will be fluent within a short span of time, because you are just identifying the problems and you are just trying to solve the problems at a time. So it is the best way of learning English language, and it is the best way then you can be fluent in English speaking, right? And just as I am going to tell you that strategy number two, because strategy number two is that as I have told you, that you should not go to read all the grammar items, because as I told you that there are many grammar items in your English grammar or in your English language. So you should not go to read all the items. Just you want to be fluent in English speaking, and you have already fixed that within 6 months, just you can achieve, or you have to achieve this language fluency. So you have to go like this way. And if you just try to understand all the grammar items, then it is nothing but uh, actually wasting time. And don't waste your time in learning different kind of branches of English grammar, right? You should spend your time with communication, with English communication with your friends. And if you just spend your time like this way, then of course you can be able to achieve fluency in English speaking, right? Otherwise it is not actually possible, not only for you but also for all the person. And if you want to get distilled idea, that means clear idea, you want to get clear idea about English speaking, or about you want to get about clear conception about fluency in English speaking, but for the first time you should have knowledge in a superficial way, right? And here you will not get a distilled idea, because you are just novitiate, you are just a beginner. So at first try to understand the speech of others, and then try to speak in English before others without any disturbance, without any fear, right? And for the first time you should not try to achieve distilled idea, okay? And you should just try to achieve superficial idea. And if you want to speak in English in an orderly way for the first time, it is not actually possible for the English beginners, for the English learners. At first, you should try to speak in English without any fear. And this is the best way of achieving fluency in English speaking. I think what I told you for a few minutes is understood by you. And if you just continuously practice like this way, and I think you will be fluent in English speaking. And you know that English fluency, actually, if you just enrich your knowledge in different branches of knowledge, then of course your English speaking will be better than today, or your English speaking will be better than others, right? And like this way, just try to spend your time in English speaking with others, then of course you can be fluent in English speaking without memorizing or without understanding all the grammar items of English.